a lot of times they think that I'm part of the administrative staff, or, just there to deliver a message and then go on my way. Well, the way that I treat my students, because they're all adults, all right? They are all adults. So, therefore, my introduction to my class has always been, when I go in there, I say to them, I introduce myself. I don't tell them about my background or anything like that, but I introduce myself with my name, and I ask them if they can introduce themselves, and if they want to say, if they want to share anything, they can. But I don't want to know about your business. That's not what I'm there for. So a lot of times, I at least want to know, just out of curiosity, where you from, so at least they get that in. But some of them, they'll say their families and this and that, and that's fine. Well, I introduce myself, and when I ask them to introduce themselves, I always, because then I want to be familiar with their faces. So if they come and they sit anywhere else, because they are not assigned seats, like I said, they're adults, they're in college and university, so level. So uh, oh man, it's just, I'm just sitting here on my patio, and it's just bringing me, I was just thinking about some things, when I was teaching. And so anyway, I digress. I apologize for that. So what'll happen is I will, I would say, after everyone has introduced themselves and everything, I would tell them, I would really just give them my name and where I'm from, because I'm not there to boast or brag or anything like that. And I'm not one of those professors or instructors that's like, well, I got mine, so however you get it. And I'm not one of those. So I greet them all the same. And I usually say, like, if their name was Miss Smith, Mr. or Miss Smith. All right, Miss Smith, to let them know, because we would get into some deep conversations, because I had classes like victimology, criminology, introduction to criminal justice, things like that. Whatever dealt with the criminal justice administration, criminal justice field, pretty much I was teaching that. Excuse me. So there were going to be some heated discussions and stuff like that. So I wanted to start off. You have to start off the way that you want it to go. You want things to go. You can't go into an organization, whether it's a new job or whatever. I know I'm digressing for a second, but this is a teachable lesson, okay? A teachable moment here. You can never go into a new job. Say you're going to be in a supervisor position. Never go into a supervisor position hard and then try to get soft later. Never go in there soft and try to get hard later. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, go in there with the confidence that I know that you have to get the job done. Know how to treat your people, okay? Because without them, you wouldn't have a job. So anyway, I digress for a second, but like I said, there was a teachable moment. But what I want to say is this. I always, whenever I address them, even in class, Miss Smith. Oh, yes, Miss Smith, do you know the answer to this or whatever? If I call on you, blah, 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 blah. Whenever I address them. So, and at the end of the semester, I always thank my class. I thank them, and I ask them if they can stand, and if they can say anything that they got out of this class, or maybe if they didn't get anything out of the class. But let me back up for 1 second, because when I introduce, after the introduction and everything, when I introduce my the syllabus, I tell them there's no way that you can fail my class. The only reasons or the only way for you to fail my class is if you do not come, or you're brain dead, or you have special needs or something like that. But if and speaking of special needs, if there are any things that are required, anything that you need from me as your instructor to help you along your journey, please let me know now. You don't have to let me know in front of everyone, but you can call me, you can email me, you can text me, whatever you feel comfortable. Okay? Okay, so got that out the way. So at the end of the class, I would tell them to, because that's how good I am at teaching my class. And you're going to get the information. You're going to get your money's worth. So then at the end, I would say, thank them. I would thank them for being students, you know. I guess I need to go to Toastmasters with that. I went to Toastmasters years, about 20, 30 years ago. But anyway, so I would tell them, okay, here it goes. I would tell them, thank you. And they would stand up and they would tell me, what they've gotten out the class, if they've gotten anything out the class, and so on. And I would go to each desk, and I would shake their hand, wishing them well on their future endeavors. Because usually they're there in that class, not only because they may need that credit, but most of all, some of them are interested in that field, or they're in law enforcement, because I've had some police officers around here, some professionals around here that have been my students. So, but anyway, this particular class, there was a gentleman in there, and so while I was, doing my end of the class, end of the semester, little spiel and everything, I noticed him just digging his brains out. Now, I'll tell you, semesters before that, I would shake each one's hand at their desk, and thank them, blah, 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 and go on my way. Well, as I was giving the end of my little speech, I would have been saying to myself, when I'm watching him dig for gold, no, he was digging for platinum. He was digging so far. And I'm going to tell you what made it so bad. This was an adult. What made it so bad was the fact that he caught my eye. We caught eye contact, and he still continued to dig. So what did I do? That was the last time that I shook my students' hands during the end of the semester. No more. But I took that long time to tell you this story only because I had to set it up. I had to set it up for you. But yeah, that was the last time. And I have a whole lot of stories about when I was teaching. I remember when I first started teaching, and and for you all out there who are starting into a professional job, if you're with corporate or whatever, if you're in a professional job, or you're applying, let me say this, if you're applying for a professional job, don't dummy down your gifts, your experience. don't dummy it down, because other people don't dummy theirs down. I remember looking for a job um, for like 3 months straight when I first got here years ago. And I tell you, it's something when you go in there and you looking, you're more presentable than the interviewer. That's intimidating to them. I was at a job where this woman had told me, "Oh, you don't have to dress up. You don't have to dress up in here." Yeah, you don't have to dress up. That's good. And don't. And like I said, when I say don't dummy down your gifts and your experience, I say that because when I had a thought, I was looking for these jobs, and I was talking to one of my girlfriends, and she said, "Well, maybe you need to dummy down. Maybe you need to not put all that stuff on there that the experience that you have and stuff like that." Really? No, ma'am. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. I said, well, somewhere, someone will see it, because I know who I am as an employee. So somebody somewhere is going to see it. And I'm saying this to people who, are working and everything, Although I've done my time with jobs, I thank God He has allowed me to do so. But don't think that it's been a bed of roses, because I've been in the military, I've been in that sector as well as the civilian sector. And they are two different entities. Two different entities, So, anyway, that's why I don't like shaking hands with nobody, because people do all kind of things with their hands. And speaking about that, speaking about what people do with their hands, y'all know when I used to go, when I used to go out and stuff like that, when I pre-Christian days, when I used to party and stuff, I used to see the ladies come out, and the guys hang at the bathroom, right? The ladies come out the bathroom, and when they come out the bathroom, most of them have not washed their hands, because I've seen them. Because I've been in there with them and seen them come out and don't wash their hands. The only thing I could do is just look like, wow, you really not going to wash your hands. But they be right there. So, people do all kind of things with their hands and they don't wash their hands. And I've never had to have been told to clean my hands or clean my body or keep myself clean. And I've always been a loner, so I pretty much always like my distance. So this distance thing, that's nothing to me as well, But I want to say I love y'all for free. Thanks for watching. And it's just a little under 14 minutes. But like I said, I wanted to just put a couple of little life lesson tidbits in there. Okay? And y'all have a blessed day. Just fooling. Yep, just chilling on the patio.